I'm sure a lot of you have heard or at least knew about the Bassie nerf that had been recently applied to Dandy's role. I mean, if you didn't, then I'm here to explain all about it. As most of you know, Bassie is the main support tune from the Easter event that could also be played as a distractor. Her 5-star movement speed and 4-star stamina also lets her distract most tunes with ease, just like Pebble. However, her stealth and ability had seemed useless at the time, because if you're going to be a distractor, you had to have lower stealth than most tunes, or at least have the same stealth. But Bassie had 4-star stealth, which was most tunes used in longer rounds. Her passive ability, which was having an extra inventory slot, helped with being able to have extra items while distracting, but it didn't seem as useful as Pebbles, which was being able to basically have an air horn at all times. And her ability, which was only allowing her to drop and pick up items, also seemed pretty useless as a distractor. So instead of using her as a distractor, most people used her as a support to help drop items for distractors when they needed it.
Just drop everything,
Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I've got more.
Yeah, I know. Someone bring Bassie, I'm bringing him.
Before Bassie was added to the game, one specific main trinket seemed much more useless than every single other trinket, and this trinket was Dogbone. Dogbone allowed you to get 25% extra walk and run speed while picking up an item for 4 seconds, and this was pretty useless because unless you could find a bunch of items stacked together, you wouldn't really be able to use it that much. However, the main part of this is that the speed could stack, which was very useful for Bassie. This is because Bassie can basically drop an item and pick it up immediately, and since she has no cooldown, if she does it enough, the effect can stack to crazy amounts of speed. This allows Bassie players to basically distract anything. This tactic of gaining a bunch of speed really fast also let a bunch of players being able to distract all mains at once with ease. However, it took a lot of skill because it was pretty hard to activate Bassie's ability, drop the item, and pick up the item immediately. However, some people still managed to do it, and I'll show a clip of someone doing it right now. This shows how overpowered and crazy Bassie can be with the right trinkets. And right now, the current comp for Bassie is Dogbone and Feather Duster. The reason we use Feather Duster is because it gives extra stamina after picking up an item. And since Bassie can drop and pick up items almost instantly, she basically has infinite stamina. Some people did worry about Bassie getting a nerf because she was so overpowered with Dogbone, but Quell reassured everyone that Dogbone was being used for its purpose, meaning it would not change since it was intentional. Earlier this month, Quell released a new floor using the card system. If you picked this card, you would be sent to the hardest floor in Dandy's World with a new lethal. This floor composed of 25 machines and a new lethal called Dial. In reward of completing the floor, you would gain 50 extra stamina. And Dial was a twisted, not intended to be distractible. His crazy speed surpassed Louis with 1 heart sprinting with Clownhorn and Dog Plush, so no one could outrun him. However, this did not stop the Bassie players from distracting him.
Okay, I got him.
It took a lot of skill and perfect timing, because Dial's attention span was so short. In order to distract him, you would have to make sure he's in line of sight the whole time. Even the most skilled Bassie players had trouble with distracting him, but sooner or later, people had done it. It was hard but possible, and you would think that it could be only done with the last skill, right? Wrong. Although most people use Bassie by practicing distracting with her and earning their skills, exploiters use macro to instantly drop and pick up items, meaning a click of a button could easily cut Dial for a long time. When Quell nerfed Dogbone, people thought it was because she didn't want people to distract Dial, which might have been a reason, but according to Quell, the main reason was the exploiters. I personally don't understand why she couldn't have just banned the exploiters, but I guess she just never wanted something like this to happen again, so she just nerfed the Dogbone for good. But instead of having no limit on stacking, this new version would be limited to 40 speed, which isn't even comparable to how fast Bassie was before. Instead of zooming around and cutting mains with ease, Bassie distractors are barely reaching Louis' speeds on one heart. This outraged a lot of the community, including me, because it was unfair to punish the whole community for a couple people using exploits. Honestly, I feel like Quell's decision had intention, but I feel like she should have just banned the exploiters or created a system to check if someone's using macro, because just nerfing Dogbone, it eliminated a bunch of good distractors that main Bassie for distracting, and it might have just ruined a lot of people's days or months of practicing distracting Bassie just to know that she got nerfed. Luckily, Quell said that this change is not permanent because it's just a solution to what's happening right now. But the thing is that we don't know how she's going to change the bone, and hopefully it's for good and it doesn't get ruined completely. Hope you guys enjoy the video and comment down what you think about this new nerf.